Hey there. I wasn't originally planning on making a video like this, but I just wanted to ramble for a bit about the Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth demo that was included with Gaiden. I've been playing around with it since I beat Gaiden 3 days after it released, and since the Kiryu brainworms haven't left my brain in almost a decade now, I just wanted to chat about it a bit. First of all, I'm going to clarify I'm not going to drop any spoilers for Gaiden in this video. I just want to focus on discussing Infinite Wealth, its demo, and what I liked about it from what I've seen so far. So I didn't actually mind Yakuza swapping to turn-based. One of my favorite game series, Trails, is a turn-based JRPG, so Yakuza moving to that I didn't particularly mind. I actually liked 2020's Yakuza Like a Dragon, also known as Yakuza 7, a decent bit. I found Ichiban to be charming, I found the party to be refreshing, but the gameplay a bit underwhelming. But I think that's 100% okay, considering RGG Studios hadn't really made a turn-based JRPG before, and it was their first outing with that type of gameplay. My biggest problems, and seemingly most people's problems with the gameplay, were how you couldn't move a bit on your turn, forced to deal with whatever the game decides, and while the game was fun, in my opinion it started to overstay its welcome a bit due to the relentless amount of encounters, something the series struggled with a bit even when it was just a beat-em-up. Well, having played Infinite Wealth's demo, I'm really glad that this seems to have been rectified. You're now able to move around a bit on your turn to get better positioning, and they've introduced a new mechanic that allows you to instantly kill any enemies that are significantly below your level. You don't get as much money and XP as you would if you fight them, but honestly, it'll make some of the later sections of the game a lot less exhausting, I think. Another thing I liked is that the new jobs, from what it is included with the demo, are pretty fun. Samurai skills have a style to them that's rather cool, and the surfer job, Aquanaut, is honestly downright hilarious. But one of the coolest and most talked about things is how Kiryu can just casually break free of the turn-based combat and deliver a true dragon beatdown. I think that's just so damn cool, honestly. Kiryu's one of my favorite video game characters, and I think it's awesome that he's in Infinite Wealth as a party member, and seemingly a significant part of the story as well. The gameplay this time around just feels overall nice. The effects when you attack feel like you're hitting harder than they did in 2020's Like a Dragon, and characters following up when they should are more common, and it's honestly pretty great. And also, sometimes downright hilarious. In general, it feels like a step up from Like a Dragon. Also, you could just walk around and say hi to people, automatically making this 2024's Game of the Year before it's even out. Karaoke's as good as ever. I screamed when I saw that Judgment was back and instantly played it. Can say the song still bangs. The new Crazy Delivery minigame is genuinely one of the funniest and fun minigames RGG's added to their games in a long time. Look at my Uber Eats delivery man, guys. Look at him go. It's just a blast to play, and it's like Crazy Taxi on crack. The Pokemon Snap inspired minigame is genuinely hilarious, but I didn't particularly find it that interesting to play. Though perhaps that's just because I'm not a huge Pokemon Snap guy. Not really too much to talk about on this front in regards to the demo, but I am looking forward to the full plethora of minigames in the full release, like the Animal Crossing inspired island minigame they showed off in the trailer. That looks pretty cool. Let's talk character stuff really quick. There's not a lot of story stuff to analyze, but I just have some general talking points, so let's go over them. I just want to say, I absolutely adore the relationship the demo showed off between Kiryu and Ichiban. I love both of these characters independently of one another, but from what the demo shows of the two of them together, they honestly complement each other perfectly. I'm sure some people are having some qualms with them bringing Kiryu back for yet another game, especially one where he seems to be the do antagonist this time around, but I'm completely okay with it if it means we're going to get Big Bro Kiryu. From what they showed here, I wouldn't even mind if Kiryu stayed around long term as just a party member going forward post Infinite Wealth. He doesn't have to be in the limelight anymore, but just having him as a big brother to Ichiban in the stories going forward might be fun, but that's just some food for thought. I guess we can't really talk about Kiryu without talking about the fact that they might be sunsetting him with this entry. All I can say is that I hope they don't kill him. I think it's fine if they wish to actually write him out for real this time, or just move him to side character status going forward, but I think you could do that without actually killing the character. We followed Kiryu's journey for way too long for him to just die, in my opinion, and if they wanted to do that, perhaps they should have done it back with Yakuza 6. But if they do kill him, as long as it feels right for the story, I guess I'll be okay with it. As for Ichiban, he's as good as ever from what we can see. We don't particularly get a lot of him this time around, but I absolutely adore this character. He can go from serious to genuinely funny within the same scene, and he's just got a big heart. He's the perfect protagonist for the series going forward after so many years of Kiryu stories. As for the new characters, Chitose and American Tamizawa, they seem fine. We don't get a lot of them in the demo due to a part of it being an extension of the end of Gaiden, but what we do get from conversations you can encounter in the demo and some of the cutscenes, they seem like they'll be good additions to the cast. I'm curious to see how they'll interact with the rest of the Ichi gang when they're reintroduced to the story. Also, can we just talk about how one of the bosses in this demo is a corrupt cop who has a move called Thin Blue Line and he racks his fucking pistol? One last thing I want to cover quick is just how good the atmosphere is with Honolulu. During the day, it's bright and vibrant, and in the evenings, it's just got a vibe to it. The Dragon Engine doesn't miss, so I hope they don't move to Unreal Engine going forward like they've talked about potentially doing. Ishin's remake was fine, but it just didn't hit visually like Dragon Engine games do. Seeing how stunning Honolulu is makes me wonder how Yokohama and Kamurocho will be looking this time around, as I'm sure they've gotten a bit of a facelift. Music this time around is honestly still a bop. The tracks we get in the demo are great, and I'm curious to hear the rest of the bangers when the game releases. Voice acting is on top as usual too. Takaya Kuroda, still my beloved.
Freeze! Hold up. ったく、浜の英雄が何やってんだ。
Honestly, I think that's about as much as I can say about the full game actually being out. It's fun, and it looks like it's going to be an emotional roller coaster and a heartfelt romp, and I cannot wait. The game's releasing on January 26th and 2024's first Hell Week, releasing around the time of Tekken 8, Persona 3 Reload, and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. That's going to be one hell of a week. But I think this one's going to be the first one I play in that week, as it's going to be a day one for me. I hope to hear all of your thoughts on the game when it comes out as well. Until then, take care. I look forward to potentially talking about this game again when it comes out, though if they kill Kiryu, I might be crying too hard to record another video. Bye bye.